Admin, Systemize Your Real Estate Administrative Process by Brian Icenhower. Narrated by Ed Nash. Introduction. Welcome to Admin. Welcome to Brian Icenhower's Admin, Systemize Your Real Estate Administrative Process. This book, along with the supplemental materials in the course, will teach you everything you need to know to succeed and excel as the administrator of your real estate company. Now, chances are you have a different professional title at the company you work for and are not actually referred to as an administrator. Many of you, for example, have recently been hired as a real estate administrative assistant. Congratulations. You are now tasked with the enormous responsibility of being the backbone of your company's entire operation, no matter how big or small. But don't worry, we've got your back. Meanwhile, many of you are already the backbone of your company's entire operation. In fact, you, and you alone, are your entire operation. A solo agent prospecting for new leads, conducting listing appointments and buyer consultations, writing offers and negotiating contracts, while also handling the entire transaction from listing until closing, coordinating home cleanings and repairs, not to mention your marketing and social media, and making your own coffee, which always seems to go cold before you've had a chance to drink it. At the very least, you're juggling and perhaps you're even struggling. While you wish that you were in a position to hire an assistant to support you with the never-ending stream of administrative tasks, you're not quite ready for that next step, but desperately need some help staying organized and efficient. Or perhaps you're a solo agent who has finally reached their breaking point and is ready to hire an assistant but isn't quite sure how to structure their position and train them on everything they will be doing for you. Don't worry, we've got your backs too. No matter your title or your other roles and responsibilities, this book is for anyone who performs some or all of the administrative activities and tasks that are necessary to keep a real estate company operational and functioning in a smooth, systemized, and efficient manner. To keep things simple, throughout the book we will use generic terms such as administrator or administrative role when referring to the person responsible for administrative activities in general. Later in the book, as we explore the four hats of the administrator role, we will use specific titles such as administrative manager, listing manager, transaction coordinator, and marketing director. At larger real estate companies, the administrative role might be heavily divided, and several individuals might perform specific portions of these roles. But it is equally likely that a single person is responsible for all these duties at your company, in which case each of these terms and titles is referring directly to you. Occasionally, we will cover a topic that pertains specifically to assistant roles and addresses their unique responsibilities and needs. However, solo agents without any administrative support whatsoever will equally benefit from these tips and insights. So please make sure that you don't skip over anything or think it's irrelevant just because it has the word assistant in it. In fact, we think you should do quite the opposite and view the word assistant as absolutely referring to you. When you think about it, solo agents are actually multiple different people, and as you work through each section of this book, there are times when it might be best if you can momentarily forget that you are an agent and begin to think of yourself as an assistant. That is, you yourself are your very own personal assistant. Let us explain. Super sales heroes and administrative alter egos. One time, we heard a busy agent refer to herself as a human Matryoshka doll, those wooden figures that open up to reveal a smaller figure nesting inside it, which, in turn, opens up to reveal another smaller figure, and so on. The poor agent was wearing so many different hats that she had begun to think of herself as being a dozen different people inside the same single body. That's a pretty good analogy, but frankly, we like to think of you solo agents less as wooden dolls and more like superheroes with an alter ego. Think Superman and Clark Kent, or Wonder Woman, who's an army nurse as well as a warrior princess. You've probably even had some Bruce Banner days where the stress of it all gets to you and you've gone a little bit Hulk on the world. In short, solo agents are two distinct identities in the same body: the lead-generating salesperson that brings in the business and the administrator that manages their CRM, prepares their own profit and loss statements, and sometimes remembers to put new paper in the photocopier. Now, you might think that the superhero in you is the salesperson, and it is. That's definitely your primary identity and the thing that you do best to serve the world. To a salesperson, the administrative side of you is definitely your less exciting alter ego, but in this book, the administrator
Sample complete. Ready to continue?